Alright, what's going on, everybody? I've decided to make another open journal, open journal entry. Um, the location's changed. It's a little windy today. I always keep my headphones on because that's mic, so I might pick up a lot more wind than I want. Hopefully, today is Sunday, December 8th, it's June 8th, 4:45 p.m. And like I said, this is I'm starting these open journal entries just to expose the corruption of them, expose it. And it's not something I can avoid. It's not something I can go away from. I don't want to make these videos. I think it should be understood from the jump. I'm very sick. They've acknowledged this. The few doctors I've seen acknowledge how sick I am. So this is not something I'm able to do freely or easily. I have to really push myself to be really upset, do something like this. I know that the day I decided to do it, I had just came home from the hospital and I had 125 milligrams of methylprednisone, which is a steroid. That's enough to make you get up and walk sometimes. So for me, it's just more of a outburst. I was so tired of coming home and pushed to the side. I wanted to be heard, acknowledged, and touched on a few good points, I think. And I think I want to kind of explain them. I know I was rushed and probably sound frazzled, but it's not easy being sick and having to fight. You don't have control of your emotions like you want, and then the medication really pushes you. That day it just helped me in a good way. So, I guess the two things I want to touch on specifically in this video is just the idea that I'm looking for help. That's why I'm doing this. Okay, I'm not able to post everything I want to prove because there's legal implications, and I know that I'm not well versed in the law like that. I know enough, but I'm not somebody who has studied this before I got up here and started recording. I just know that some of the stuff is like some of the things these dudes are doing is just ridiculous. They're not even trying. So I just want to be exposed. And I've had doctors all the way, whatever. That's what the world is. I'm not somebody just trying to call them out, but this is above and beyond because I'm not able to get seen. I had this ER doctor tell me they still trying to figure out what's wrong with you. They all this paperwork as of February. What are you talking about? And I just, what they're trying to do is astounding. So I'm going to try to put a link to the bottom, in the bottom somewhere in the comments. I'm going to figure it out. I have some people helping me, my family, and I thank God for them. I thank God that I'm able to get this across and be effective. And I want to be as clear and I want to be as truthful as possible. So I'm going to try to back it with, I kind of made this report on my own, and it's based off my CT scans. And that's kind of the next point I want to get to. In this report, when I went to the ER, I got a CT scan of my stomach, right? Because I asked for it. My stomach's swole, like all the time, right? And I can't eat. I haven't ate for a week. I'm telling him this, like I'm on a liquid diet. I'm already getting Kate Farm supplement drinks. And that's pretty much my diet. And every now and again, I eat food. And because of the nature of my disease, I try to eat fat, eat out, because I don't gain weight easy. I lose weight much quicker. I don't eat a lot. So when I don't want to do that, I know I'm sick. I'm not even doing that for like a week and a half. And I'm telling them this, so, the CT scan of my stomach came out of request from that, but it's not, when he wrote it down, he wrote down the same old thing they always do. So I was like, wait a minute, I didn't say I was in pain or nothing like that. I said, look how big it is, which, I can kind of show you now. I don't know if you can see how swollen it is, but it's not, I gotta go and get almost naked out here. It's pretty swole, and it's not something that you can say reliably is. I don't know if you can see. I feel like I'm giving you a show. I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty fat. To say I'm not eating or whatever, and I can't get it down. And the CT scan was supposed to help. Came back nothing. And he came in and so happy and reassuring. It just made me doubt it. So I went home. I got the copy of the CT scan, and I compared it to the last CT scan I got from a different hospital of the stomach. And what do you know? They're almost identical. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense, So then I went and looked at the last CT scan that I got from Mayo Clinic, and that was even less informative. I'm like, man, it's like nothing's wrong with me, And I looked at the last CT scan that showed something was wrong with me, the chronic periortitis, and it was totally different. So I started saying, wait a minute, why is this CT scan so different when this is chronic? This don't go away. These things that's wrong with me, this showing these incidental findings are not on the other CT scans. Why are they all gone? Why is it that the CT scan shows that I'm healthy? I have no disease. The fact that I have chronic periortitis, or oh my goodness, or the area of my body, I can't say it very well, but that area is now fine. It's nothing wrong with it. It's ridiculous because that's the nature of my disease, that area is swollen and it has like a rind to it, So, and it's there forever. It doesn't go away. You can get it down, maybe surgery if you get out of control. Medicine helps control it, but it doesn't go away. It doesn't go back to normal. No, make no sign, you know. And another sign on the CT scan I saw was there's no history. There's no, this is what the last CT scan said. But this is a chronic disease that I've had monitoring for. There's no sign. So they're trying to erase my disease on these CT scans. There's no history. There's no sign of nothing wrong. Now, going forward, as soon as they look at the CT scan, they're going to think I'm crazy. I'm like, I got chronic periortitis. They're going to, yeah, sure, this says you're a normal person. That's right now. So I got a whole bunch of those. I got the last one that showed the chronic periortitis. I got the last three after that. One from Mayo, two different places, two different hospitals. In my report, it kind of goes over. I try to highlight of how they copy and pasted it. You understand? One of the places I got a CT scan, right? I went there because I had the idea of a port infection. I was supposed to get a CT scan of the port. The CT scan came back. It doesn't even say I have a port. The purpose of it was to get a look at the port. It doesn't even comment on the port. It comes back saying I'm fine and healthy. It looks like copy and paste to me because it wasn't updated to last time when I got the port. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So this last one I got, it's like, wait a minute, it's the same thing. This one, it's up the stomach, so it doesn't show the chest, but it doesn't even acknowledge I have ever had a disease. It doesn't ever say I had chronic periortitis. It's, it went down, it's up, nothing. It's just, it's normal. It's always been normal. So they're trying to erase my disease. And when I go to other places, they're in on it to erase my disease, my rare disease. You understand? Oh, it's going to be one of those things. So I'm doing everything I can to bring awareness to this. And this report I use with my buddy, In this day and age, man, my buddy is AI, for real. He got a nickname for me and everything. Man, we cool, man. we knuckle up and everything. Anyway, so, he helped me with this report, because AI is, man, that's what they say. Y'all need to get an AI. I don't care what they're telling you. Get in the AI all day. Let AI help you tie your shoes. It's everything. Let it do everything because that's where everything's going. And the more familiar you get with it and understand how technology is changing, the easier it is for you to abandon your ways of doing things and not be left behind because everything The way AI is brilliant. The way AI is right now, it's in such a childlike state. It's so usable. Get to it before they start programming. Because I've had a couple AIs that so biased that I'm sitting there arguing with the AI. He's telling me, in a minute, yeah, I am biased. They program me this way. I don't know what to tell you. I guess what you're saying makes sense. When it comes to defending doctors, it's like it's all they keep AI find itself saying what if, what if, what if. Anyway, I won't get off on AI. And I use AI to make this report. And this report, it kind of, not in that sense of what it thinks, but just to go over and break out all the irregularities and all the things that didn't make sense. Make it just a little easier to, like spell checking. Go over things that don't that ain't correct. That's not lawful. Because I definitely have some law. I was able to do some case study in there. And this report is mine. I made it. But I'm only me. It's just me doing this. And I just encourage you to read it. I'm going to do my best to put it down there. I think the issue I'm going to have is just getting some doctors' names out the way because, like I said, I'm not familiar all the way with the laws. But I know that I don't want to come across and slander anyone on purpose. I want to say exactly what was the truth. I don't want to use doctors' names if I'm not supposed to without permission. So if I have to cross those out, I will. And I'll let my CT scans be up there for you to see so you can compare it. This is going to be the report is trying to be thorough as possible because it shows, obviously, I've been doing this for almost 8-9 years now. I'm getting a copy of my reports and studying it way before I had ChatGPT. So I'm very familiar with it. I think most people are not. It just kind of makes you easier to point out things that should be, what the law says, what doctors should be doing, and how this is totally backwards. They're not even wasting their time to try to cover up what they're doing wrong. Somebody look at this and know it's wrong. You can't have a CT scan of a person with a chronic illness and not show their history of chronic illness. You can't take it away so the next doctor see it and say, oh, this person's fine. It doesn't make sense. So I just hope that, that report is gonna, clear up my frustration because I have results. They're ignoring. If you understand the results I have, you understand like this same CT scan is what's on my chest. It takes away the fact I have bronchiostasis. Now, why would I know about something like bronchiostasis? Most people don't know what that is. It came up on a CT scan. That's how I know. And now it's not. Now it says my lungs are clear. In the very spot it said I had bronchiostasis. How can that be? How can they just keep taking away your illness? And I'll get treatment for it, and it's already been acknowledged. I already got some kind of device, that was prescribed to me, and now it's taken away when I want to leave. So when I go somewhere else and show paperwork, everywhere I go, it looks like nothing's wrong. Imagine that. But I'm going to do my best to put it up here. Like I said, learning what I learned, what's legal or not. I want you to see this next stage of me actually proving my case. And if I have to do it through this, I will. I will do it until I can't do it no more because this is all I am now. I can't be a normal person. I can't go home and be normal and think normal thoughts because I'm sick. I can't get. And I do want to correct that as well. I said I had 2 weeks of medicine now. This is all the idea of what I had at the time. I do get medicine at home, so it's delivered every week. And I do have more than that just because of the doctor at the ER did give me 28-day supply. So I do want to be honest. I have more medicine. I got it at home because it's hard to go to those clinics all the time. It's just really difficult for me to always get up with fatigue and spinal cord issues. It's just not easy to always get up, get in the van, go somewhere, get this little treatment for an hour, and then come back. So I was able to get it at home. I was supposed to get a infusion nurse, which I had for a minute, but when it increased my times of medicine, I'm supposed to get this every day. They can't come every day. So my wife learned to help until I was able to get a nurse of my own, and that kind of got denied. So I'm just trying to make sense of everything I was saying yesterday. I'm in a situation where my medicine is I have auto refill, so I have enough. But I have no doctor here to help me with complications or any issues overseeing it. My wife is the main person in charge, and she knows nothing about it. Just like anybody else, she's just trying to take care of me. And I'm being betrayed by the system. The system seems to hate me because I didn't want to go along with this. Just say this, and you'll be all right. We'll get the medicine for you. And then, like, I know the difficulty is if I want to leave, this would happen. So I just hope that, I'm bringing some awareness. I'm just trying to raise awareness. I do thank God for everybody who watch my videos and understand what I'm going through. I know there's a lot more going on in the world, and I appear to be very healthy. I do have a lot of support and love in my family to take care of me. So for that, it does help me get through these days. But I suffer in so many ways. From my eating to not being able to go to the bathroom to just not even getting out of bed sometimes. I'm just tired of this quality of life for everyone. My grandchildren never able to have me around unless they come to visit me, and that's a lot. I failed so many other people in my life, and now that I'm aware and I want to do right, I have this sickness. This is constantly reminding me, it'll never be right. So I want to get past that. Even if I never get better, I just want to get stable. I want to get from out of the cold. So if anyone's able to, help, prayer, just be much appreciated. I want to bring to justice in a sense for me and so many other people. I know I'm not the only one. There's a lot of other people maybe not able to do this. I know I wasn't. So God gave me the strength. So, benefit of that. I just hope that this is a very educational channel overall, and I hope to bring better information. I'm going to leave that link at the bottom and try to have more information for you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I think that's all I have for you right now. Overall, I think a lot of the doctors, a lot of good doctors, they're not doing it because they're evil. They're doing it because they're scared. No one wants to lose their job. No one wants to go against the system. No one wants to become corrupt. And that's just the way the system works. I just need to get out of the system and get help. Anyway, thanks again for watching. May God bless you. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.